Texas Land Commissioner Don Buckingham is furious over the way the Alamo is being dishonored. This is Thursday, October 16th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into Thursday. Thanks for spending part of your day with the Texas Minute. At Texas Scorecard, our mission is to help citizens be more effective by being better informed. If you'd like to support our work, you can go to texasscorecard.com and click Donate. That's texasscorecard.com and then click Donate. Let's get into today's news. Texas Land Commissioner Don Buckingham is blasting the Alamo Trust after the official social media accounts of the historic site posted a message this week recognizing Indigenous Peoples Day rather than Columbus Day. The since-deleted post drew swift criticism online from Texans who accused the Alamo Trust of promoting a political narrative at odds with the Alamo's history. Within hours, Buckingham had repudiated the post and announced an internal investigation. It's important to note here that Commissioner Buckingham and the General Land Office oversee the Alamo operations. Texas Scorecard has now obtained a letter that Buckingham sent to members of the Alamo Trust Board following the incident. In it, she accuses the Trust's leadership and communications staff of being, quote, misaligned with the culture of the Alamo. Dr. Buckingham goes on to reference what she described as a recurring problem with the Alamo Trust's messaging and priorities. State Representative Gina Hinojosa has announced that she's running for governor, entering the race as the highest-profile Democrat to be challenging Greg Abbott. She enters the race with more than 100 endorsements from fellow Democrats holding local, state, and federal office. Hinojosa has represented Austin in the Texas House since 2017, where she's amassed a far-left voting record. She's been vocal in her opposition to school choice legislation and worked against legislation protecting children from sexually explicit materials in school libraries. Also seeking the Democrats' nomination is Andrew White, whose chief claim to fame is being the son of former Democrat Governor Mark White. Now, it's worth noting here that while Gina Hinojosa is the highest-profile Democrat to be running, she has about the same chance of being the next governor of Texas as, well, someone who isn't running. On the same day last month that Texas A&M President Mark Welsh resigned amid controversy over LGBT course materials, a College of Medicine professor postponed a mandatory session on medical care for the LGBTQ+ patient population. The mandatory Texas A&M course, which will now be held in mid-November, is titled HEAL, Medical Care for the LGBTQ+ Patient Population. HEAL is an acronym for Humanities, Ethics, Altruism, and Leadership. The program is described as putting a focus, quote, on the humanistic concerns in modern medicine. Last year, the mandatory HEAL course promoted the LGBT ideology, including gender mutilation and hormone manipulation procedures. Among the required readings for that course was, quote, what is rough sex, who does it, and who likes it? That takes Gig'em to a really bad place. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
A former Grapevine girls basketball coach has been sentenced to 40 years in federal prison for engaging in a conspiracy to sexually exploit children and produce child sexual abuse materials. Prior to his arrest in November 2023, Michael Peacock was a high school girls basketball coach at Grapevine Faith Christian School. He was also a coach for a competitive girls basketball program based in Argyle. The FBI determined that Peacock and his co-defendant exploited more than 100 child victims who were contacted and engaged through social media platforms. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Brandon Waltons, Robert Montoya, and Aaron Anderson. The producer is Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now let's go make it a great day.